This is a story of how a brave warrior traveled through the Shamutanti Hills on an adventure to reclaim the crown of kings and save the Eastern world. They fought dangerous battles and experienced lots of pain, mostly through the form of a fairy, which is very weird. Enjoy this tale, my good friends. I'll go with the guy. God, okay, it's loud. You have walked the wilds of Kaka, through Kore and the spiteful Bucklands, all the way into Mampang. You have survived traps, thieves, serpents, and vengeful gods. And now it is here. The Crown of Kings! It is said the crown was never forged, only found by Chalana, the Reformer, a lowly foot soldier who became emperor of the Eastern world. Such is the power of the crown. The air around it crackles with influence. Take it! I need the crown! Your destiny awaits. With the crown in your hands, you will be as powerful as Chalana. The goblins are arming, the giants are waking, and the birdmen carving cruel daggers from stone. War will come, but you will prevent it. But then, the image of the crown begins to flicker. You rush forwards. It's a trap! And startle yourself awake. You are alone, exhausted, in the little hut in the outpost settlement. Your unimaginable journey is not even a single step begun. Oh man, that was a really disappointing dream. Sorcery! The Shamutanti Hills. Click your character to move. It is sunrise. Oh, actually, I can't do that voice for everything. It is sunrise. You dress, breakfast on bread and goat's milk. That sounds disgusting. And collect the pack and sword from beside your bed. Let's pray for luck. Don't be good, just be lucky. Before you leave, you close your eyes and raise a prayer to your spirit god. This morning it has the form of a panther. But what will it become on your journey once your journey truly begins? A great calm descends. Oh, I need to speak. A great calm descends on you. Outside the hut, you hear the outpost settlement stirring into life. Let's test the blade. You pause to test the blade of your sword against your thumb. The blacksmith has done well. The edge is keen and draws a narrow line of blood. And I've lost 10 stamina. Time to depart. You lift the back flap in the hut and step into the early morning sunshine. What if I go? Ooh? Oh well. I didn't actually think I thought I'd just go straight. Eyes follow you as you leave the hut and walk towards the great Shamutanti wall. The frontiers people of this tiny settlement are aware of your mission. Hello, citizens! I am the king. Well, not the king, but I will be the king, as prophecy has foretold. You turn to them and bow. Some smile in reply, but are too afraid to approach because you're too strong. Others make gestures of protection. You are going beyond the wall, so they believe you to be cursed. Oh, wow. A man is waiting on the path of the Cantopani Gate, the final doorway between Analand and the wilds of Kakabad. You recognize the sergeant of Sightmaster warriors. He holds out his hands. That's scary. Kind of looks like he's going to put a curse on me. Greetings, Sergeant. He touches his forehead with 2 fingers. You're almost ready, he says. I have for you a gift from the king. 24 gold pieces. It is all we can spare this time. Give me it all, please. I want money. You accept the gift graciously. Thank you. You should buy some supplies before you pass the wall, the sergeant says, and you must collect your spellbook if you wish to magic to aid you. Finally, you should wish to practice your swordplay. I will go one last round with you. And he points this way, you know. Okay. Buy some rations. Okay, I gotta take a really long way there. Oh man. They weren't gonna let me go that long, I guess. Maybe it's because I went outside. Small traders in the settlement supply the Sightmaster warriors with weapons, armor, food, and clothing. Wait, am I the Sightmaster warrior? I thought he was the Sightmaster warrior. Are we both Sightmaster warriors? You go over with the sergeant to a stall selling flatbread and cheese. 2 gold pieces per ration, Fiona says. Let's haggle. Do you know who I am? I'm Enaland's great hero. You tell him. The man looks uncomfortable. I know that, but I have to feed my family today, whatever happens to the crown. Let's buy. I'll take 4 rations. I'll buy them all. You hand over the coins. Oh, I didn't read it. You hand over the coins, then the man places 4 rations carefully into your pack. You must be sure that you eat every day or you will suffer, the sergeant tells you, standing at your side. Eating more will give you extra strength, but it is not necessary. Why don't they just give me them for free and then give me less money? I guess it would. Let's go this way. One of the huts, set slightly back from the others, is decorated with glyphs and strange symbols. A terrible smell emanates from its doorway. This is the hut of Chief Mage. He has been preparing your spellbook for days, reading star charts to work out which spells will be available to you in different locations in the hills and beyond. Go inside, I must. You lift the flap and go inside. The mage looks up at you with haggard, sleepless eyes, presses the book into your hands. Do you understand how to use this? Tell me. Each spell is crafted to the alignment of 3 stars, he begins. The spell Zap, for example, is made by aligning Zaruthasa, Aegis, and Bini. But that is not important. What matters is what the spell is called and what it does. Zap will give you control over lightning. Hot will create a fireball. Puff will create a force field around you. Should I continue? Tell me more. Tell me more. The mage nods. The law spell is formed from Lilith, Aegis, and Wex, and it will allow you to control the will of unintelligent creatures. The what spell is quite different and uses different stars. The order matters, you see. What creates an invisible barrier. You will find the rest in the book. I want to know more. The mage looks surprised. Well, Dop spell is useful for lots. Walk will shield you in battle, and Dumb will cause clumsiness. He scratches absently as he. Remember, some spells will cost you effort to use, but the ones that don't will not work without a focus, an item of some kind. You need to read the book to know what happens. I want to cast Dumb Walk. Okay, we're gonna take a long path. Oh, I see. So as long. Okay, I just went outside the gate. Yep. Okay, sorry, I had to take the long way, guys. I was scared. You walk with the sergeant to the training ground, and he wraps the base of his staff in leather. I don't think I've had a consistent voice for anyone. To begin, the sergeant says, we will practice the stances. First, defend yourself against me. Choose your attack power by dragging your character sideways. To defend, stay fully left. Okay. I just, like that. The Sightmaster is a powerful enemy. By defending, you'll receive the minimum damage from any attack he makes. The Site Master defends himself as well. The round is a stalemate. I will now defend myself. Whatever attack you play will damage me, but a strong attack will use up more power. So what if I just do that? Haha! You swing with a weak attack, rushing for the Site Master Sergeant who is defending. Good choice! A stronger attack would have wasted more of your power. I will defend myself, he says. Again, he says. I'm going to go with 0.1. You play a low attack, overpowering the Site Master Sergeant again, who raises his defense. You played carefully that round and won. Oh, and won that round. Well done. He raises his defense but says nothing. Are you just going to play defense the whole time, man? Aren't you, like, ever going to attack? Swing with a weak attack, injuring the Site Master Sergeant one more time, who is defending. The enemy's stamina is at the top. If this reaches 0, you've won the fight. My next attack will be one of my strongest. If you could perform a full attack, you may overpower me, but otherwise, you would best defend yourself. Let's go full power. No, I lost by 0.1. The 0.1s didn't work out. How did I lose by 0.1? My next attack will be weak. You'll be able to overpower me by playing a stronger attack. Okay, that's one gets you for sure. Oh my god, I didn't think you were going that way. Ah, oh my god! You make a medium attack, overpowering the Site Master Sergeant. He bows. You have finished me. Excellent. Continue. Enough training. But if you wish a bout in earnest, then I warn you, I will not go easy on you. Oh. Let's have a true match. I'm not afraid. You head over to the yard to practice a bout of real. The sergeant removes his claws, patting from the base of his staff. Unsheath my sword. This time I will not tell you my intentions. You will have to read them for yourself. Be ready. So I think we go 0.1 here. I don't think he's going. Yep, he defends first. The Site Master smiles at you, tops the ground with his long staff, and readies his stance. You begin with a light jab, saving an enemy, needling him and trying to test him out. Sergeant covers himself. He is left breathless but not seriously hurt. His eyes follow your shoulder. He is probably able to defend. And then let's go with 0.1. Cleverly, you read his intent and attack lightly, saving your energy while still wounding him. His own weapon is raised in defense. He grins. You see his arm grow tense. He's readying for a strong attack. I think he's gonna do 9. He's gonna do 9, isn't he? Oh, I could have overpowered him. You drop into a crouch as he powers forward with a cry. It only tires him out. You escape mostly uninjured. His guard is coming up, conserving his energy, so that his next strike can be stronger. Does that mean he's doing defending? Okay, I'm gonna go all in on this attack. Time to attack. You sting him with your blade, low and fast, saving your energy. I'll wear you out, you declare. His staff is lifted to protect him. He grins. I saw that coming, he laughs. As he pushes aside your sword stroke, suffering only a minor wound. He changes his grip. He's about to do a... What? Dude, I thought you were gonna go like crazy, not weak. The Site Master Sergeant is ready to leap behind the cover of a nearby hut as you come at him again. His breath begins to heave. He is struggling to stay upright. He watches your footwork closely. You hear observers in the crowd gathering, murmuring expectation. Do they expect a violent blow from him or you? I don't got much. I'm gonna defend this one. Oh man, we both defended. Dude, we're giving a bad go. You whip up your defenses and he hangs and watches you in return. His eyes narrow in preparation for a great effort. Let's see. No! 4. The next moment, the Site Master Sergeant leaps to your left and attacks. You attempt a strong blow, only to be overpowered as his swing lands. The impact of his hit is hard and sends you tumbling across the dirt. From the sidelines, the people of the settlement watch with gathering despair. Okay, I'm going full here. Oh, come on! You're at 1 HP, just give up. Sergeant's light, stinging jab makes a mockery of your own intent. He feints left. Okay, you're going to defend here. Dude! Just defend! Please! Defend! Please! He keeps up the pressure on you. With your blade close, you are ready to parry as he catches you with a passing slice across your cheek. The impact catches you in the back. A mutter goes to the crowd. The king is truly weak to send such a champion. Their words spur on you. Stand once more. I think that means he's gonna attack. I'm gonna defend. Yeah, I could have overpowered him. You ready to block yourself. His light blow sails over your head. The sight master spins the staff in his hand once, then back again. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna burp. Then back again, sweeping through the air with a swish and a clatter. He dodges right. We want full here. Yeah! Shameful? What do you mean shameful? I beat him. The sergeant is gasping for breath. He bows to you once more. You are too slow, he declares. I will tell the king to ready another champion. What? Bring it on. Rematch me. You're not rematching me because you know I'd win. I'm not slow. You reach the foot of the mighty gate. It is sealed. The sergeant places one hand on the wood. The gate has been locked for some time to deter raiders. He tells you. He said that. But you will have no difficulty. The stars in this place allow the dot spell to be crafted. He stands back. Cast a spell! Ah! Oh my god, that was loud. Yep. What? Hit. One by you weave the spell. One by one, the great tumblers of the door begin to creak and groan. Then the hinges turn with a noise like hail on a canvas roof. Sounds very nice. These gates, I can't read. These gates have not opened since our last champion was lost. The sergeant says, I wish you more luck than he. Perhaps you even meet him on your travels. I fear he is dead. The sightmaster nods, peering at something over the horizon. I believe he is returning, but transformed. I hope you do not meet the same fate. He stands back. Into the gate. Together, you step into the shadow of the wall. One last word. I heard a crow. I heard another crow. He declares, when you have the crown, find the highest point you can. Find. We will be watching. Watching from where? What? Watching from where? From here. The sightmasters warrior are selected from birth for the incredible powers of telescopic vision. You cannot help but wonder how far he can see. Tell me what lies ahead. This path leads to Cantopani, a settlement of traders, though most are rogues and thieves. You should be there before the sun has reached its peak. From there, 3 routes lead on to Kristatanti, but no single route is safe. Kakabad is the land of the devils. And beyond Kare? Where's Kare? I cannot see so far, but once you've crossed the city port of traps, you'll enter the backlands. They say that day and night there are controlled by the forces other than sun. And from Kare too, your progress will be watched. It is time to go. Striding away, you pass through the gate. The faces of the folk watching your departure reveal the hopes that rest on you in your quest. The early morning air is crisp, and the sun paints the slopes in the shade of peaceful beauty, concealing the evil that lies ahead. I'm sure there's no evil, guys. I want to check out the spell book. Oh my gosh. It's really crazy music. Why am I on 1 HP? I don't lose stamina. Oh yeah, that's the spell. Zap. Hot. Fireball. Lightning. Force field. Visible wall. Law. This music is really loud. Why? Raz. Oh. Sus. I need to cast Sus. Okay, I'm gonna go. That music's way too loud. The path winds through the slopes of the wild scrubland. The countryside is deserted, and the eerie silence is broken only by the cawing of occasional crows. There he is. There is a spell for healing what they say, but you do not have the equipment it requires. The bird appears to pause in the air to examine you as they pass. Yep, there he goes again. Talking bad about me. Screw you, buddy. Screw you. Yeah, crow again. That's what I thought. They make you uneasy, as if you were an intruder in their presence. I mean, I am on their land. Barely an hour beyond the wall, and the air begins to grow foul. The Shamutanti hills are infested with the pestilence of the Bucklands. It saps the energy from your body, leaving you feeling nauseous and weak. Should I be smart? I'll be smart. Cover my mouth. What happened to my health? What stamina? What? You cover your mouth with your neck scarf, but it does no good. They warned you of this. You will grow accustomed to it the longer you're out here, but for the moment you must be very careful. What? Your maximum stamina just decreased. You can see your stamina at the top of the screen. If it reaches 0, you'll be tired. Hang on. Blah, blah, blah. What? So I need to get all the way to Kare. And I'm here. Should I go over the hill or through the low rise? Let's go through the low rise. Play it chill. Another hour passes and you crest a small hillock from the top of which you can see the path, continuing downwards into a small settlement of huts. This must be Cantopani. Look, wait, am I going into a village? Oh, I didn't realize. Let's go into the village. Look at the village. From this distance, it's hard to make out much about the town, except that it must be desperately poor. The fields on either side are brown with caked mud, and the few penned animals are thin and wizened like thirsty vines. No wonder the Sightmaster warriors don't trouble themselves to protect this place. There is nothing here to protect. Refresh with water. Avoid the village. Nah, we don't. Avoid the village and go down here to go to Dadulay. Should I go to Dadulay? Kind of want to go through the village. Let's go through. Of course, if you cannot handle a town like Cantopani, then you could not hope to survive in Kakabad proper. It's Kakabad proper. You follow the path down into town. The round huts are made of hard-baked bright clay, and the roofs are thinly thatched. As you pass, eyes appear at the dark doorways, tracking your every move. For a moment, you think they will allow you to pass unchallenged, but then a villager appears from one of the dwellings and blocks your path. Look at him. Stare him down. He's 5 feet tall. Or they cannot grow much taller out here in this poisonous air. He has thick-set arms and thighs and is half-clothed in tattered breeches. His eyes are wild, and his long hair and beard stand out from his face in a wiry tangle. Halt, stranger, he commands. What business have you in Cantopani? I'm merely passing through. I'm merely passing through, you reply calmly. There is no need to be concerned. The villager is not content. Passing through to where? He replies, wild eyes gleaming. There's nothing out here. Oh, I keep messing with voices. There's nothing out there that any honest man should want to see. I'm on my way to Kare. I have myself never left this village, the man declares with pride. Although I can tell you there are 2 paths ahead, but my advice is not free. You must have money on you. No, I need my money. I will find out myself for nothing. So what worth is your advice? The man shrugs. That you will find out yourself then. He stands aside so that you move on. Stride on into the very center of the village. There are a few larger houses here. Even Cantopani has its nobility, it seems. But the only spot of interest is a small inn offering food for sale. No, I still got a bunch of food, right? I mean, items. Okay. Why does the music just only kick up when it's not needed? Pass by. I mean, I don't really need it. The tavern is not worth your time. It is too poor and meager. Wow. Yuck, I don't want to go to that tavern. It's poor. They have below 10 gold? Yuck. To offer much hospitality, you head out of Cantopani and along the path into Shamotanti Hills. Passing the outlying huts, you feel strangely uneasy. Hissings from within and sly faces. They're hissing at me? Why are you hissing at me? Oh, sly faces disappearing from doorways make you feel decidedly unwelcome. Then at the edge of town, you pass a large border, and at once two rough-cut villagers spring out with swords drawn. Bandits. 2 against 1, the first one declares. You're lost, calls the other, so hand your things over. Now. Reason with them. I don't want any trouble. The first bandit edges forward with a sword tickling at your chest. Running you through? No trouble at all. The pack. Defend myself. You draw yourself to full height. You have mistaken me for someone else, you declare. I would like to give you a moment to reconsider, because I will kill you if I have to. The bandits growl and advance on you, one on either hand. I'll fight. Let's go full power. Actually, no. I think he's gonna defend. Frick. He wasn't defending. You should have made things easier for yourself. The bandit goads and launches forward with his sword. You try to cut him in the side. You check for blood. See, no. Faints. Is he gonna... Okay, I'm gonna go, like, here. Yeah, okay. Enough of this. You aim a savage blow at his heart. Your own stance is defensive, and he turns most of the force blow. Ben is badly bruised. Okay, he's gonna defend here, so let's go 0.1. You cut at the imbecile. No slack. Hurrying forward quickly, you aim to let his blood. What does that mean? I'm gonna let his blood do what? Be free? He raises his sword at the last moment to deflect the blow. The bandit stops and coughs blood onto the earth. I'm gonna go full power. You show him no mercy. You go for his throat with all your strength. The bandit gasps as you run him through. I run him through with my long sword. You can try again. Would that just, like, let me try again, but with the same HP and do better? The Senate bandit takes one turn at his colleague and makes a run for it. No, I'll let him go. You let him go. He will tell others to try to interfere with Analanders in the future. Okay, I cannot read. Turning back to the path, you begin walking once more. After about half an hour, the way becomes an uphill incline. Oh, where is he? What animal is that? Jesus, you guys might want to check that out. Sounds like a pig and a chicken combined. Leaving Cantopani, the poorest of the poor, the dirty poor, behind the marks of the true start of the wilderness. Beyond that tiny outpost, there are scattered homesteads and Kara, a thriving city port, but all are touched by cruelty, isolation, and fear. The Baklands are long shadow cast by Mampong Fortress, darken everything. Oh, wait. Where am I going? Am I going here? Then I said the Baklan Forest. What? I don't know. And with the crown gone, and with the crown stolen, things can only go worse. In the long years since Chalana the Reformer founded the Alliance, the crown has been passed from kingdom to kingdom every 4 years, ensuring everyone has its turn to lead, but no more. Ruddlestone, Lindoland, Elontaria and Bryce have all enjoyed its power. Not Enalant! But when the crown came to Enalan, it was stolen by birdmen from Examen and carried off to Mompong. With the crown, the Archmage will be unstoppably powerful. There is no chance of sending an army against him. A military force will not survive the journey. So here you are, a lone hero, walking the long path to Mompong alone. 5 minutes later, you reached a fork in the road. The sergeant, for all his eyesight, hadn't mentioned this. He did. He said there would be a fork in the road. I mean, if I have to choose, I feel like I think it's a case of like finding Nemo, where it's like, oh, go through the dark, scary forest, or go left to the bright open area. Let's go through the dark, scary forest. The road splits around the base of a gigantic tree. All right, let's take a drink. But does not rejoin at the other side. The left path winds down into a valley, and the right rises up a slope towards the first thick forest of the hills. Let's see, look right. It's hard to see much further uphill. The forest is sudden and thick. The path narrows. It may be hard going in that direction, but the hills will involve a lot of climbing eventually, and you may get a decent view the next leg from the top of the ridge. Look left. You pause to consider the lower route. There's a river and the path follows the left bank. It is a safer route, secluded and protected, but the curve of the landscape would mean you were backtracking. You have to make a choice when you hear a faint cry from somewhere close at hand. A trap! Time to move on. They call for help out here in the Shamatati Hills. It's almost certainly a trap to lure in travelers to the doom. You must move on. The light is fading already. They won't catch me. I am too aware. The high route seems the most secure in a valley. You can be easily observed from above and led astray. Out in the hills, you can go whichever way you choose. Of course, when night falls, it may be cold and exposed up on the slopes, but no matter. This journey was never destined to be easy. Oh, I gotta catch my breath, man. I've been speaking for this whole time. You know how hard it is for me. You know how difficult it's been for me. Anyways, you begin to climb, letting the cries from the tree fade a quick. Why are the trees crying? The only thing I hear cawing is the crow. I think it's the same one that's been following me. You don't like me. The path winds upwards into the hills and into the cover of a wood. The afternoon sun glints through the... Yo, dude, can you stop cawing? Chill out, man. Stop! Every so often you catch a glimpse of some strange shaped animal or other watching you, only to find that it's the silhouette of branches and leaves caught in an odd angle. After an hour's walk, you are starting to feel hungry. Oh, I could eat. You clamber to the top of a low stone dolmen, then sit out and pull a quantity of your cheese and bread and eat. It's not goat milk. Well, I probably do need some water. Or like, I don't know, Gatorade? They have Gatorade? Like a Red Bull? While admiring the view from the hillside through a break in the trees, you feel better for your rest. Time to move on. You stand and put your things on your pack, on which you'd been sitting to prevent any creature getting you, or any of your things falling out. Then you return to the path. The climb continues with the path twisting this way and that. The air grows cold and the sun flickers on the horizon. Then sets, making it hard to see your path. But the moon is full, and when twilight is done, it will be bright once more. I get the feeling it's going to be a full moon, it said. Did it say it was going to be a full moon? The air grows cold. But the moon is full. Is there going to be werewolves? Well, I just ate. There'd be no point in me eating and then making camp. I think I should continue. The journey ahead... What was that? The journey ahead of you is long and time is short. What is that? So to waste hours at this early stage could be disastrous. What is that? In sleeping out in the open, you would be at the mercy of beasts. Reasoning to that, to sleep on hard earth must be as tiring as walking. You walk. You will suffer for it physically, of course. You hear the weird sounds of the birds or frogs mooing and foxes cawing. The stars come out one by one above you, reading out the names of the spirits, including your own, the fox. I'm sly. I'll steal a coin or two. You continue on your wary way. As soon as you walk, you think of the crown. It calls you onward, even though you have never seen it. It is as if it knows your name and is waiting for you, deep in the forest of Mampa. But does it summon you to rescue it and restore the balance of power to the Femme Alliance? Or does it summon you to your death and destruction to place a seal on the power of the Archmage? Every time we talk about the crown, they bring up a new word or like a group or a place. I don't know. What is the Femme Alliance? Why are we just now bringing it up? Is it important? Are we just now bringing it up and I'm just forgetting? The next morning, I can sleep. Just like the second day of your journey begins in the morning cool. You feel the presence of your spirit. The fox goes by. Its form has changed since you left Analat, just as you have changed, but it is still running beside you. In the temple, they taught you that a prayer to your spirit could heal disease, lift curses, and even save you from certain death. But the spirits are not generous. They decline to help often. You know, it's the spirit's age. He's in the primo. You can feel yourself getting accustomed to the fetid air of these lands. Oh, I got health. You have now ascended several hundred feet and can expect to make excellent progress before the end of the day. As you crest the brow of the hill, you see something that makes you stop in your tracks. To your left is a clearing. In the clearing are several pools, planted firmly in the ground, and atop each pool is a head. Wow, let's look at it. The heads are all kinds and ages. Some are recently fixed, while others have decayed, and some are nothing but skulls and hair. These are human heads, goblin heads, and one or two are heads of creatures you do not recognize. All have sewn-up eyes and mouths. A large X painted on a rock nearby is obviously intended as a warning to not venture any further. But ahead of the road forks left and right, and you cannot be sure which path you are warned not to take. The right path continues the climb, and the left path winds down to the side of the hill. Wait, which path is the way that's bad? As you see to your left. Well, I mean, if they obviously don't want me to go that way, I'm not gonna go that way. No, their heads worked. It worked on me. What does that do? Center. Oh, puts me on me. Let's go to the Shanker Mines. The climb continues up the next hill for several hours until you are not far from the top. Then the faint sound of bustling activity reaches you, tramping feet, grunting voices, and the clanking of metal against rocks. There is something ahead, hidden by the ancient trees that lines these things. Let's follow the sound. What could be the worst that happens? You leave the path and continue cautiously through the woods. A short distance onwards, you hide behind a tree and survey a clearing. A number of goblins are in the clearing, working at the mouth of the open cave. They trudge in and out of the opening, carrying large bowls in their arms, piled up with glistening rocks and dual metallic nuggets. Let's watch them work. You stay hidden, getting a sense of the scale of the operation. There are at least 30 goblins inside the cave, each coming out every few minutes or so with a new pail of stones. Then there are goblins working in the clearing with hammers, smashing the rocks into small pieces, extracting the metals from inside, and loading in the carts. So it could be worth a lot. It is quite some operation, but not without its weakness. There are too many goblins to create any kind of distraction, but they move away into the trees fairly often, and sometimes the cave is left unguarded. Let's try and slip inside the cave. You creep closer, moving around the side of the hill nearing the entrance. Then, when all is quiet, you seize your chance and race across the hearing to the mouth of the hill. This is how I imagine I went in. I went all the way around here, and then I just jumped in on top. You pause a moment at the cave mouth, but no one has seen you. Following the passage cautiously, you move between the cool rocks. I cannot speak. The cool rock walls of the mine, passing and ignoring, ladders that lead down into the clambering heart of the mine, where 100 goblins sing as they work. Eventually, you reach a junction. Go right or go left? I mean, let's go left because that also leads me to the way I need to go. The passage continues until you reach a large stone-cut door, blocking your way forwards. Let's just try the door handle. Ugh. You try the door, it opens. The room beyond is dirty with soot from miners, so it could almost be a pit filled with night itself. With crystals in the rock for stars, in the wall you can just make out another door, but leading deeper into the mine. In the middle of the room is a large, filthy goblin. He raises his head as you enter and smells the air. Perhaps he's almost blind from so long underground. "Your smell is strange, intruder," he challenged. "You are not permitted here." I choose my own way. Do you? Let me help you make your choice. The goblin rises to his feet. In his hands, he holds a large stone club. Let's cast a spell. I think I know the spell. What's the... Ah! Can I cast, law? I feel like that'd work here, right? What does R do? Oh crap, wait, no! I thought that was canceled because it wouldn't, oh no. That took 5 stamina or 3? Oh. You try to bind the enchantment, but you're missing an item that is needed. What? He's not that strong. I'm betting he'll... Let's go all in here. Offended, screw you. The goblin beats its club into its open palm and paces towards you. Boldly, you swing your sword for its thick neck. He raises his club defensively in time to stop you. How does he even know? He's blind. He is left breathless, but otherwise unharmed. Okay, he's gonna attack. He's gonna defend. I'm gonna go 0.1. You strike once more, teasing him with a passing blow, wearing him down. The goblin flicks your attack neatly away with his club, with only a light injury. He's not touched by your blade. He lifts his club. He's gonna go heavy. I'm defending. What? You drop down, protecting yourself. The goblin watches you stupidly in return. You can't even see, man. How are you watching me? Are you just gonna go? Okay, I defended that. You stay low. Just in time, the goblin raises its club above its head and attempts to crush you in a single blow. You are just in time to dodge to one side. You're mostly unhurt. He's gonna defend again. Do that. Stealing your courage, you move in, aiming to trap the goblin against the cave wall, chasing him with a worrying cut. He knocks your sword mostly away. He's left breathless, but otherwise unharmed. That's defensive again. Dude, why are you so defensive? You lunge forward again, punishing him with a passing blow, wearing him down. The goblin deflects your swing neatly with his club. The goblin staggers suddenly. You have hurt him more than perhaps you thought. He flaps his jaw at you and stamps his feet. He's going all in. Yeah. You strike once more, readying for a forceful blow. You hurtle forwards. The goblin stumbles, and you have him. Your sword pierces right through his neck, and the club drops to the floor. Okay, if I didn't waste 3 elixir trying to craft beeswax, I'd have been fine. Let's search this room. Before you move on, you quickly scour the corners of the dark room in case there's any gold or weapons lying around. You find nothing until you search the goblin himself. He's wearing a silver key on a chain around his neck. You lift it away. Onwards! Gosh, my throat. Sorry for that. I have to clear my throat. The next door will take you deeper into the mine. You can only hope there won't be a rockfall. I feel like there's going to be a rockfall now. Is there a way I'm going to come out? Will I come out, like, over here? You open the door onto a pitch black passageway. What spell could I cast? Can I pray? Pray for healing. Always been a scheme. He's a great brother and dying to pull up with those. Thank you, my spirit. You gave me 5 HP. Dang, that's good. Okay, I need. Whoa. Gum. They're like. How? Doc? DOS. Maybe cast upon any creature. Done. Okay, that might be good here. Because the goblins love money, right? Bag. Potent little spell, but one which must be cast on pebbles, which will then explode when thrown. That might be good. Bog. Bog, mud, niff, hell. Why is it so loud? God. King. Rock. Where is, like, is there not a light one? Hot wall. Let's see. Can I just, like, click around with the cast a spell? I thought there was one that, like, that would make sense, right? Yes. No, I don't need sus. I think I do need sus. H. 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 What the? H. U. Huff. Hey, no, don't do that. F. A. R. Okay, no, don't do that either. S. Oh, wait, that's. Okay, let's get.
Set. We set.
Sus. You cast the spell and get a bit strong, worrisome feeling that danger lies ahead. A voice inside tells you to turn back. Kind of want to see what's ahead now. I don't know why I'd cast it if I'm just going to go ahead. Push ahead into the dark. You push ahead. You push on into the depths of the mine. Dust falls from the low ceiling. Your hand moves over the precarious wooden beams that hold the place from tumbling in. Then you stumble. Then you stumble, foot catching a support. The support cracks. A piece of rock. Bro, you had to fall. A piece of rock the size of your head tumbles through a gap in the ceiling, narrowly missing your skull. A rain of stone and dust follows. Push on ahead to avoid the falling rocks. You are gripped by an insanity, racing in the darkness, and only as the exit is sealed off behind you. Do it! The casting shaft behind you lends you speed. Then suddenly you gasp as your foot fails to touch the ground. I'm falling! There can only be moments. Cast a spell. Float! Sus again! Zen. I don't have a jewels. I have so much stuff in it. Ball. Oh. Yeah, I'll do that. You cast the spell and your fall is broken instantly. You float Legion to the ground below, landing softly on your knees. The base of a pit. Where am I? You pick yourself up and look around. You are in the base of a deep shaft. It is hard to be sure how far you've fallen, but the top is lost in darkness. Still, it is not pitch black down here. A chink of light penetrates from the surface far away. A crack nearby, or a tunnel mouth. A crack nearby, or a tunnel mouth a long way off. You cannot tell. Oh, start walking. Calmly and without delay, you start to walk towards the point of light. It gets larger but slowly, and your hopes lift with every step. It's definitely a way out. You can see the sky beyond. Your hands are running along the tunnel. Ew. Yeah, I skipped ahead. It's definitely a way out. You can see the sky beyond. Your hands are running along the tunnel walls to keep you straight. Then the ceiling comes down and you crawl for a few feet. Then you freeze. Your hand is resting on something furry. Let's pull back. You pull back a moment to see if the furry shape will move, but it stays still. It's asleep or dead. At any rate, you turn around. You cannot turn around. Creep past it. With your heart in your mouth, you creep past the thing, pressing yourself against one side of the tunnel. And inch by inch, you make progress. Can I like pull out my sword and like be ready? If it comes at me, chop, chop, chop. Hoping the thing will not be disturbed. It does not seem to notice your movement. In fact, and you manage to get past it. In fact, it hasn't moved at all. Perhaps it's dead. It's not making any noise. I'm not grasping it. Let's grasp it. You reach you reach out with a thinking that whatever it is at least small. Your grip closes on the thing. It is not warm. That's a sign of good relief. And it squashes easily. It's as if bones have been turned into jelly. Pull it closer to yourself. You're realizing you're holding a pair of fur boots. Oh, can I wear those for armor? You laugh quickly with relief and quickly scamper the rest of the way. Oh yay! I knew I'd come out here. Wait, did I get those fur boots? Orc, boar skin boots. But I can't put them on. How much does a ration heal me for? Did it say? Let's go all the way around like that. Yep. The climb out of the cave takes several hours, but is worth every moment when you emerge into the cool, fresh air once more. You have escaped with your life. Take a moment to examine the boots. You turn the boots over in your hand. You recognize its fur. It's boar skin. They will be very useful if you head through snowy climbs. Then it is time to get moving. You set off once more, looking for a path. Ah, so the cave was worth it. It was just a shortcut. Now look, I'm already almost there. Not really, I'm like halfway. Whew. We got a long journey, Mr. Sorcerer Man. Can I even name myself? Ugh. The path climbs up a low hill, covered over with thick bushes and shrubs that snag at your clothing. Halfway up, you hear a sound, twigs breaking. Freeze. Ugh. Oh, what is that? You freeze as a large creature the size of a bear emerges directly in front of you. It has a black and white fur and a long bushy tail that trails at me. Growls menacing. Try to edge around it. Perhaps if you're careful, you can slip around. Well, its head is tilted to the left, so I'll go to the right. You try to slip towards the bushes, but clearly something about you or what you carry attracts the beast's attention. As it sniffs, I wonder if it's a burr skin. Oh, no, it's a skunk bear. As it sniffs the air and then moves towards you, its sharp teeth on display, you will not be able to avoid a confrontation. This creature is a skunk bear, and when it raises its tail, it releases a nauseating odor. Do I have a spell for that? Well, what if I cast Law? What's Kato? Nothing.
What?
Oh,
What?
let's do Law. You cast the spell and hold your hands in the air. You command the creature to stay where it is. It is not happy and bellows and snarls at you, but it does not move, and you are able to step easily around it. Oh, yay. Oh, I didn't think that'd work. What if he's secretly, like, really, really smart? Now, I could use a good night's rest and some food. The sun is now just past its zenith, and everywhere a dusty heat rises from the baked earth. It's been like 2 days since you've slept, and you're exhausted. You begin to think about where you will stay for the night. Another night of walking will leave you exhausted, but then you see a small village set into the hill. Look at it. Smoke rises from the stacks. The houses are well set, with stone at their base and thatched roofs of grasses and thick leaves. There's unusually more than just one street running through the center of the town, but it is as though this place, once rich, has had its heart scooped away. Litter surrounds the buildings on the edge is expanded. Kiristan. I hear. Oh wait, I didn't even see that thing over there. You walk in the village. Young hill dwellers pass you and stare at your strange clothing. Let's look at them. Their own attires rough by comparison to your gear. They wear their hair long but piled up on their head. These people are ghastly poor. Whew. Ghastly poor people. The village is like a ghost town here. Here on the village is like a ghost town here on the knife edge of the apocalypse. Let's chalk in an ale house. Yuck. Walking in down the single road, you quickly find a hut with its front covering pulled wide open, and the smell of brewed beer coming from inside. You go in. Several hill dwellers are here, talking gruffly. When you enter, they watch you with understandable caution. The owner of the hut comes over to you. Welcome to Kiristani, he declares. What do you want? Greet the owner. An evening's rest and a drink to wet my throat, wet my whistle. Here is one gold piece, he answers. Please sit. You go over to the table where the hill dwellers are. I'll sit with the oldest. He's the wisest. You turn your attention to the oldest man at the table. Whatever face he once had is lost in a labyrinth of wrinkles, and his skin is the color of tanned hide from a lifetime in the beating sun. Greetings, old man. He raises his mug. Stranger. His face is gravelly, like the dusty dirt that lines the streets of this town. Where are you from? I come from Innerland. He nods. Not many as cross through the Kentopani gate in either direction, if you know what I mean saying. I understand you. He grins and picks his teeth with a fingernail. There's a war coming. Something to do with a crown. Not if I can help it. Is that so? Replies the canny old man. Well, seems like you should be drinking on the house for tonight. For the good of us all. Chanti! He calls the innkeeper over. I'll cover this man's ale. Oh, yeah. Should I? At 6, I can buy my own drinks. I wasn't trying to be mean. I'm sorry, old man. I was trying to be nice. I was being like, oh, no, I can buy it. Nah, I buy my own drinks, you old leathery fool whose face looks like the dirt in the ground. You should go back to that ghastly poor village over there, because that's what your face looks like. The innkeeper looks from the old man to you and back. Tell you what, he says, you can both pay. The old man laughs and the tension breaks. You sip your beer. The old man exchanges glances with the younger man sitting opposite. Let's talk to the young man. You thank him for the conversation and you catch the young man's eye. He moves over to be right beside you. Close enough to whisper in your ear, but you don't quite hear what he said. Repeat that. The man giggles to himself unexpectedly, leaning in again, so close you can smell the fumes on his breath, and he declares, Snaraticus! Then he collapses in a fit of giggles once more. Whatever the joke is, you cannot see it. What do you mean? The man nods twice, then drinks deeply from his beer to wet his throat. He's wetting his whistle as well. Or perhaps not, because as he puts the mug down once more, he says nothing. Just fidgets with his fingers and occasionally grins in your direction. What's wrong with you? They say there's always one, the man replies in a serious whisper. But I haven't seen him. Always one, but I never saw. How could that be? You get back to your feet. The young man giggles to himself, but he does not attempt to stop you. Finish my beer and leave. You make to leave the inn. The owner stops you, holding out his coin. There's your gold piece. You pay him his gold piece and step out into the street. You look this way. You look this way and that, trying to decide what to do next. When you realize the old man has joined you once more, he grabs your shoulder and presses a fruit in your hand. Bomba! He declares, with fermented breath. I grow them myself. Good for the stomach. He pats your belly and walks away slyly. Call me fat. Look at the fruit. You turn the old man and gives over hands. Thick, grinded fruit that keeps well and will be highly nourishing when you decide to eat it. Its only drawback is its incredible weight. Well, I'll just eat it tonight. Yeah, why? Yeah, let's just go sleep outside, guys. No, I want to sleep. I'm gonna sleep in the inn. You stop a passerby and ask for an inn. They lead you there directly. The woman who runs at the place is with her arms folded. Are you from the king? I'm on a mission for the king. Taxes, she replies. Uh, take money from the townsfolk of this village. Rob them. No. I'm a good man. Do you want money? The woman narrows her eyes. This is a guest house, the best in Cristani. Only guests stay, and any guest of mine knows it costs me 3 gold pieces to host a man overnight and 2 to feed him. But it's all between friends. I'll take a room. The woman shows you the way upstairs. There are 3 other guests already staying and asleep, so you settle quickly. The bed is not clean, but it is comfortable, and after a long day and all its narrow escapes, you are grateful beyond measure for the rest. You quickly eat some of your provisions. I was hoping to eat the big heavy fruit. Oh yeah, I got some more health. Your dreams are vivid once again. You're walking endlessly. The hills moving up and down under your feet like a rippling sea. Every step exhausts you, but no step moves you forward. Meanwhile, a tall black creature strides toward you, wreathed in a foul-smelling smoke. And in the distance, a deep voice is booming with laughter. The long, curled fingers of one hand are curled around the metal frame of a crown. With the other, he beckons you forward, as if into a trap. How's the dream? This dog is barking. So I'm going to. I want to see what happened at Liaki. Liaki. You wake early and sit for a moment, in no great hurry to leave the village. This is now the 3rd day of your journey, and the muscles in your legs are feeling lean and strong for so much walking. Spend a short while enjoying the peace, then unhurriedly collect your possessions and set off along the path. First, the Taunty is surrounded by several miles of fields. Ugh. It sits in a well-protected ring of hills and is close enough to the river to be reasonably prosperous. As you follow the path between lines of sun-baked crops, you become you way you come to a fork in the road. The right hand of the way The right hand way leads past a set of outbuildings. Oh my god, that was so difficult for me. No, I think these woods are bad. I think these woods are bad. These woods are good. So I could go to Dumpus, which is a really funny name. Nah, I think I'm gonna go to Liaki, between the buildings. You glimpse a few people at the working by the buildings. There will be precious little company on your journey, so you should take it while you can. Approaching a low wall, you see a blind beggar sheltering in the shade with his hand held outstretched. He hears you approach and clicks his fingers. Alms, would you? For the love of Sindra. Alms? Look at him. The man is sorry sight. He's skinny and sparsely clothed. His face looks like the dirt in the village we just passed, and his eyes are painted with a dark dye to indicate his blindness for all to see. Please, sir, I wouldn't ask if I needed to. Used to be a gowler, see? Now I don't. See? Please. Literally, you don't see. Sorry, yeah. Uh, give you some food. Why, what happened to you? Red eyes, she answered, and won't say more. Give him a coin. He places a coin in his outstretched hand. You are a kind traveler, he beggar says. He feels over the surface of the coin and bites down on it. Why me? This is a gold piece. You are too generous to a poor sightless beggar. You'll get me killed if anyone knows that I have that. Look after yourself. Wait! One moment, please. He begins to scrabble around, feeling all his body, looking for holes. Instantly, he cries, Aha! And pulls out a copper key, which he holds out to you. What is that? Years ago I lived in Kara, he explains. Kara was my home, and in the city port I watched over prisoners in the gaol. Beware the red eyes and Kare, or my fate will befall you, and you'll be here with me, begging for your living. What are the red eyes? What are you? Pray you never find out, he replied. Is a simple reply. Listen to me. Kare is wary of strangers, but this key will help you if you become captured by the red eyes. Trust old me. As the man talks, he steps quickly out of the road as an ox cart whips past you, raising dust. It's not. Yeah, I'll take the key. Oh. No, okay. If anyone's watching, make sure you drink water. It's important. You take the key and put it safely into your pack. Thank you, you say, then move on. You follow the path away from the village for half the morning. The walk is easy. It feels as if natural as breathing to have the road move beneath you. Hard to believe you trained for this journey so long, and now that you are on it. You climb a little, tracing the side of a group of trees until you meet a fork in the road. You could continue a straight on path. You could continue straight on and upwards, or turn west a while. No, I want to see Liaki. You continue along the path, climbing. Your legs feel strong and lean. By the end of this journey, you will be built like a mountain goat. The afternoon progresses long and easy. This place you are walking through seems thick with desolation, as if it were long abandoned. And then, as to confirm your thoughts, you come across two enormous stone pillars, this listing slightly either side of the road. They form a gate, but the gate is 3 times the height of a man. Look them over. Peering closely, you make out the faded remains of carved characters. In the old script, L and K, the remnant of a spell of fortune, perhaps, or binding of these now fallen. Let's go through. There's nothing for it but to go forwards. Through the gate. Ooh. You step into the shadow of the enormous gate. The ruins of the wall lines the path either side. But these are walls built from blocks the size of ox carts. How big an ox cart is? Probably like the regular horse cart. Centuries ago, this must have been a palace of a king 12 feet tall. Now it has been leveled and the stone stolen from the field walls and foundation of the villages all around. Let's investigate. We're on a journey. Let's have a little fun. You take a moment to clamber out over the ruins and off the path until you're surrounded by waist-high grasses. The ground rises and falls sharply around the outlines of the houses and buildings. You trace out the line of a street wide enough to run 3 carts abreast that leads quickly down the hill towards a forest. Once this place was rich and plentiful, what happened here to remove every last trace of these colossal people? Let's look inside a house. You stop by the edge of the house. The side wall only stands as high as your knees. Grass nods above it. Looking inside, you can make out the edges of the fireplace, the back wall, and the adjoining area. Perhaps a grain store or a bedroom. Search in the grass. You take a few moments to search through the long grasses and find nothing until your hand closes on a clay pot near one wall. It is the shape of a wine jug, but about 3 times the usual size. Around the neck is a red stain. Wine or maybe blood. It is impossible to tell. Is it like fresh? The base of the pot has been smashed away, perhaps by age, perhaps by someone unhappy with the contents. You leave the pot behind. Follow the street. Follow the line of the street down the slope of the hill. The further you go from the path, the more overgrown the ruins become until you can barely make out their outlines at all. After a while, you're not following the street at all, but simply holding on to the same line. You approach the edge of the thick woodland. Turn back and climb, or enter the tree line. Well, I don't want to go over there. I'm hoping I can take a shortcut, like here. I guess we'll have to see. The path crosses over a low, broken wall and then rises sharply uphill through a pass. After a while, you see 2 cave mouths. One to the left of the path and another to the right. Oh my gosh. I can go in a cave again, my specialty. You pause at the mouth of the cave and first inside. There's a faint whistling sound. The wind, perhaps? Let's investigate the other side. Sounds risky. You creep out intending to try the other cave. Wait, no, I would have gone back. The left-hand cave is a little wider at the mouth, but it is also not deep and appears to be empty. Rubble covers the floor along with a few items that suggest someone lived here. A huge broken stool, a net with a wide mesh, and a large human-shaped skull the size of a dog. How is it a large human-shaped? Oh, I see. Home to a giant. Well, what's here? Still, by the look of the skull, it seems like the giant is long gone, so it should be safe to look around. Let's look at the stool. You pick up the stool. It's made from the lower branches of an ash tree, braced together with a joint pins the size of your forearm. And before the stool broke, it had probably borne the weight of several cattle. But it is broken now and no use. There's no way you could carry it far. Why would I take the stool? No, we'll leave it here. Let's look at the skull. Next, you turn your attention to the giant skull. There's no trace of the flesh remaining on the bone, and the eye sockets are deep and empty. It could mean someone ate flesh. What if it's giant cannibalism? Or just a big dog. Oh, instead of human-shaped. Human-shaped the size of a dog. Which would just mean, like, isn't like a dog's skull smaller than ours? No one has lived in here for a long time. The top of the skull has been knocked about a bit. There's a crack in the top and most of the teeth are missing. Examine the teeth. If I get the teeth loose, I get giant teeth. Oh yeah, that's good. Because I can use those to summon giants. Finally, you look at the net. The squares are so large that a rabbit or deer would be able to run straight through it, but they're small enough that they could catch an animal of about your size. That thought gives you a pause. Take the net. But you've seen enough. Oh god. But you've seen enough. You turn to leave the cave, but then a shadow falls across the cave mouth. The shape resolves itself into a giant. It seems to be looking around, but it seems your looking around has woken something up, and now you're trapped. What's the spell to summon a giant? I want to summon giant on giant action. Big. I could do big. Big dumb. Yob. Let's do yob. Cast a spell.
Whoa.
Yob! You pull out a giant's tooth and throw it on the ground and cast your spell. A plume of smoke rises into there as the tooth has set alight. And then out of the smoke steps another giant. The two of them with each other. The two close with each other, slamming into each other with their clubs. I want to see who wins. The noise fills the valley. I want to see who wins. Oh no! The fight is vicious, but ultimately, the hill giant knocks the life out of your summoned creature, but not before your champion has done some damage. He looks like he's defending. Let's just go with like a 0.1 here. Yeah. Ooh, good thing I summoned that giant. He's at 11 HP. The roar that shakes the rock, the giant swings its club and comes for you, determined to crack your open your bones. You swing to catch him a passing blow. He uses the club defensively in time to stop you. Okay, he's gonna be defensive again. Oh wait, I forgot how to go. Oh my god, he's so much bigger than me. I'll just pick away at everyone. You strike again, teasing the giant with a passing blow. He lifts his club across his body. I feel like he's gonna be defending again, but he was. Okay. I think he's gonna defend again. Is he just gonna defend until he dies? Dude, do something. Stealing your courage, you move in and trap the giant against the cave. Grabbing a handful of dust, you throw it in the monster's eyes. I'm going full power here. No, he went full power too. You attempt an attack and suffer for it. The giant raises an enormous club and brings it crushing down on you. Your sword swings wide as the blow strikes home. You stagger to the rock's floor, stunned by the blow. Let's defend. I could have done that really good if I just defended there, I think. Expecting a storm, you raise your guard. As the giant swings his terrible club, you throw yourself to the ground. You are mostly unhurt. Cut! Taking a chance, you move forward, readying a blow that could part stone. You hurtle forward. Your sword slips between the giant's ribs and he falls, gasping his last in a noise that gushing a waterfall. Aha! Well, now I've got to search the body. Search the body and find a passage which containing 8 gold pieces. It's hard to imagine the giant spending them. Yeah, because giants can't spend gold. Perhaps he was not as dumb as he appeared, or perhaps he liked them because they were shiny and nothing more. No, we better examine this body. You step over. The giant is quite dead. His mouth is wide. Do something about his teeth. I'm gonna get more teeth. Let's pry. Why are we like torturing his dead body? Cut his tongue out? You pry loose a couple of the giant's teeth. It's bloody work, but you're able to take them. You know, I'll leave now. I can go in the other home. I would have actually gone in there. I just wanted to see that way. Turn down him. You crest the rise and continue down the slope of the hill. You pass through another gigantic gate into the barren mountainside. Oh, just gotta go. I gotta approach Dumpus. The path trips and slides down a steep, scree slope and then emerges onto a sudden plain as if the forest had been scooped away by a gigantic hand. A river trickles thinly between short grasses, and by its banks stands a tiny village. Should I? Oh, we gotta enter Dumpus. What was that? The meal is mercifully short and uneventful. You have made excellent progress. With a decent meal and a night's sleep, your next day will start auspiciously. So you begin the gentle climb down into the village. Uneventful. We killed a giant, summoned a giant. We saw 2 giants die today. We took like a heavy hit. We took 5 damage. That's a pretty eventful day. You followed the path down into the village, passing a sign which declares it to be Dumpus. Dump. The streets are thin and narrow, and the buildings have been set close together, as if trying to withstand a storm. There's a terrible smell hanging in the air. All in all, it seems an unpleasant place. there's a terrible smell hanging in the air of Dumpus. Guys, that gotta be your first priority. If there's a terrible smell in Dumpus, gotta be a bad day. Let's explore the town. Halfway along the track, you come across a couple of merchants. You browse for items worth buying with your 19 gold pieces. Your attention is taken by a finely woven skull cap, a finely crafted sword, and a small bag of provisions. Ooh, that's the sword. Carefully, you lift the long sword from the table and swing it to the air. It cuts with a finely carved edge. A fine piece of work, I'm sure you agree. The merchant enthuses. 6 gold pieces. Yeah, I can pay 6. You pay him the 6 gold pieces and strap the sword around your waist. Let's examine the skull cap. I don't think you should just... You picked up the skull cap and turned it over. Stolen from a priest of Darule. I don't think you should just be admitting it's stolen. A fine piece of work. It has no inherent magic, but it might be useful in spells. Try it on. 4 gold pieces? Oh, why not? Dumpus. You gotta spend a little on Dumpus. I still have a little 3 rations. What's that fruit thing he gave me, right? Oh, wait, can I pray? Let's pray. Yep. Got the monkey. That's enough. Is there anything else I can help you with? Is there any work to be had here? You're a good worker. One of my friends needs some digging doing. Sure, he would pay you and feed you for it. Sounds like hard work. So, you won't get paid for free, the merchant replies, carefully wrapping away his merchandise as he talks, as if expecting you to steal something. I already bought 2 things. He stares at you. So, he asked. He looks over his shoulder at the path. I'm going that way now, myself. Coming? Yeah, let's go. He leads you to a house on the edge of the village and introduces you to a household. A stout man who is probably incapable of lifting a spade, let alone digging with it. I'm ready to get started. Spades out back, he replies with a jerk of his thumb. You walk through the man's house into the back garden. The smell is terrible. The job is not just to dig a new cesspit, but to dig over the old one, and it's going to be several hours of work that'll probably take the whole night. Collect the spade stuck in the ground by the hole. Oh, I gotta cast the spell. What could I do here? How's the strength? Nah. E. No.
Is ya
You cast the spell and wait for it to take effect. You then feel the spade turn from a heavy tool to a mere toothpick in your hand. As you swell to 3 times your usual size, you have the digging work done in barely any time. Collect my pay. Ooh, you go back in the house and collect your money. 3 gold pieces. The grateful householder also provides you with some food as well as a place on the floor to sleep for the night. You settle down happily. You settle down happily and are quickly to fall asleep. You dream strange dreams as you sleep. Seems as though you wander through the doors and hallways built 10, 20 times your height. You are an insect in the hills over which you walk are all follicles of hair on the shaved chin of a giant. No, not giants. Storms of hot, fetid breath seem to sweep across you, threatening to blow you down into hell. Overhead, you fancy you hear the flap of a giant wings. The birdmen came for the crown. Perhaps before this journey is finished, they will come for you. Nah, they won't. It's time to leave, Dumpus. You rise early to dismiss the attention of the householder and head out into the street. Within a few minutes of walking, you're out of Dumpus and back on the road. After another hour or so, the way of the branches with one path heading up into the village hills, the other turning downhill and along one side of a barren stony ridge. Is that a village you can make out on the top of the hill? It seems a lonely place for it. Downhill or uphill? Why not just go through the town? Go uphill. Oh. Oh, is that not a body? Looks like it's the Who village. The Whoville. The gentle upward slope becomes a steep climb, and now you are forced to rest several times. So far, you have been walking through the foothills. Now the journey will become more serious. When you finally reach the summit and can look over the low plateau you have crested, you see the path runs through a small settlement of crudely fashioned huts. There are villagers out in the street, talking and working. It seems a happy, bustling place. A roach. The villagers there seems no obvious danger. You approach alongside the path until you are close enough for the villagers to know you. The effect is immediate. They begin to scurry inside their huts as if you were an army and not a lone traveler. Jeez, I did just come from Dumpus, but I can't smell that bad. Oh, I guess this one's missing they don't look very strong. You couldn't help but notice what is a sorry bunch they are. Squat, short, and all limping strangely. Their bodies are thin and malnourished. As they disappear through the doors, you notice their limbs are missing. You notice some are missing limbs. Let's not annoy them. Gives me the shivers. I can just enter a hut. Let's just... Oh, let's enter a hut. What happens, yeah? You approach the next hut. From inside, you hear the murmurs of voices, so you enter. The hovel is tiny and poor, with no furnishing of any kind. A small fire burns in the middle of the floor, and by the far wall, a family of three cowers from you. The woman lifts a shaking hand as if to hold you back. Holds out a hand of friendship. You put out your hand to greet them. He shuffles over nervously and grasps it with a feeble strength. You magical stranger, are you not afraid of us? Afraid of you? Never. Oh, afraid. But friend, he replies, don't you know? We have the plague in this village. You spring back from him, but it's too late. You can feel the infection on the palm of your hand. Is there a cure? The man shakes. Some say they drink the juice of the blind berry, but we have all tried. So much that no berries grow around the village anymore, and we are still alive. I suppose. Use magic. Cast a spell. Guys, why didn't you say anything? Why? G. A. Gawk. Okay, that's not gonna help. N. I. Niff. No. R. O. Rock. No. N. I. No, I did miss. I have nothing. Oh, D. O. C. Heals disease. Need a medicinal potion. What about D-I-M? Nah. I think I'm gonna have to go and do something else. I need to go to a different village. Maybe the monkey? Hey monkey, can you help me? Yo guys, why wouldn't we say anything? Why aren't we? Sharing is caring, guys. Not in that way though. You don't need to share your disease. The spirit, the path beyond the village heads downhill once more between thick trees before turning into a narrow goat track that crosses a rough peak. From the summit, you get a wide view. We gotta keep going. But the sun is going down. There's no time for enjoying the view. You're feeling cold. Purple jaw, blah. Hooray for healing. You drop down to your knees, shivering and coughing, trying to form a prayer to the monkey, but the spirit is far from you, and you hear nothing in return, just empty silence. After 10 minutes, you stagger to your feet. The blotches on your palms are growing like flowers until your spirit returns. You will have no aid. He said I had a couple of days, though, so... Some way down the hill, you stop for a rest and sit on a boulder to survey what lies ahead. The path leads downwards, and at its foot, cradled between three peaks, is a village, quite a large one that, compared to a mournful... you cough suddenly. Behind you, the sun is rapidly falling. I feel bad. I can't just go into the village and spread the plague. Oh, it'll be fine. The village looks like a good place to stop, so long as you can bear the guilt of carrying deadly infections uninhabited. You hop down from the boulder and make your way forward. When an overhanging branch touches your face and you hear lively chirping. Freeze. Hovering by your shoulder is a small creature the size of a bird. It is childlike but very thin, with green skin and it flits around you transparent. It seems friendly enough and even lands on your shoulder. Talk to it. Greetings, little creature. And hello to you, the creature replies. My name is Yan. Oh, yeah. What do you want with me? Is that village? Last time I tried to go through, they told me I wasn't welcome, so I wouldn't mind some protection. Yo, I got plague. What are you? The creature does a backflip and gives a little bow. I'm a mini-mite. Pleased to meet you. He reaches out its tiny hand and shakes your earlobe. The creature starts hopping up and down. Come on, he grumbles impatiently. Let's get going, can't we? Where I'm going is dangerous. You warn the creature. You might be killed traveling with me. The creature shrugs. I've got small wings. Can't get far on my own. The creature pauses to sniff at you. Are you ill? Yug, I think you are. I can protect you. The creature squeezes your shoulder gently. It's like having a spider trying to burrow into your skin. Yeah, that wasn't... I felt like that was trying to be like, oh, cute. And then it's like having a nail be dug into your body slowly. You're not in any hurry, are you? It deserves. Do you want to sleep out in the rough? Oh my gosh, okay. Where can you tell me from the village? I need to go quick. Unless the monkey's gonna let me pray again. Is it safe? That's Biritani. And it's very safe. It's the largest village in the whole Shamanti Hills. Every traveler who comes this way spends at least one night there, so it's a little bit expensive, especially for mini mites, but pleasant enough. Well, let's get going then. The creature shakes you by the ear in excitement and sets you off along the path once more. Ugh. Yeah. You descend into a bowl of the valley. The hills on either side are toweringly tall and throw the village into deep shadows. It would seem a very gloomy, threatening place, but far from the streets come the distant sound of laughter and merriment. Should I ruin this whole village and spread the plague upon them and kill them all? I'm the hero. I need to save. The sounds of festivities grow louder. It's almost spooky here in the shade of the valley. After so long that I rode, the people in this village seem to be enjoying themselves. See? The many-mite remarks and your shoulder remarks. I told you it was a happy place. Yeah, and what's going on? Are they bewitched? No. If there was magic, believe me, I know. This is the festival of the young. What's that? Well, take a look. Jan waves a little hand around. The idea is that once a year, the children are allowed the freedom of the village. It's a great time of great fun and lots of pranks. It's quickly obvious what it means. You pass the first buildings where you find a number of children sitting in the street drinking ale from deep mugs. Okay. Further on, a young boy is holding an old woman over his knee and spanking her. Yo, you can't do that to your grandma. Yuck. That's weird. Why are you spanking your grandma? You brat. On the other side of the street, a group of boys is fighting outside a hut that reads the Glandragger's Tavern. I'll save you, old woman. You stride over to the boy, intending to rescue the woman, but at the sight of your manner and the sword, the boy puts her down and gets to his feet. And what are you about? He demands. I'm the leader of this village for today, and I say, get to bed. You laugh at the boy. He is quite clearly enraged and lets up a hollering cry. Arrgh! Suddenly, there are 100 children around you, and not all beggars, but well-fed and armed with sticks and pitchforks. Run. Swallowing your pride, you turn and race out of the village. The children follow, standing by the gates and waving their impromptu weapons. Well, Yan sniffs. You're quite the warrior, aren't you? All right, Yan. Oh, let's you do it, Yan. Come on, let's go back in. Come on, Yan, I'm gonna drop you off. You make your way outside the village and stand in the tall, dry trees under the overhang of one of the cruel mountainsides. You will sleep alone with your infection tonight. Between curling roots, you find a small place to settle down. Euron perches a little way above on a nut and is quickly asleep. You are tired enough to follow suit, but you are hungry from not eating. Oh, God. You pull out a ration of your food and eat quickly. It can only make you feel a little better. The rash is beginning to spread on your arms. The night's darkness draws in around you. In the distance, you hear screams of whooping in the village. You feel lonely. Well, it's not my fault the children beat us up and put us out here with the frogs going. Rrr. You rest your head on your backpack and close your eyes. Perhaps a few hours pass when you wake suddenly, where a shadow moving between the tree trunks. It turns as it sniffs there. A wolfhound! Can I pray yet? Let's hide. You stay low, but the hound must have picked up your scent. It paces towards where you lie. But although it doesn't know where you are, it may not know what you are. If you spring out and attack, the surprise might give you an advantage. Wait. You hold your breath, hoping the beast will pass close enough. It will creep close enough for you to drive your sword up to its belly from behind. But you are entirely out of luck. It has your scent, wheels to face you, and breaks into a run. You are in a fight almost before you're on your feet. Okay. I think it's... We're gonna go all in here. Yep. -4. It's almost dead already. We will not listen to reason. Whimpered? I think it's gonna defend. Mm-hmm. You risk a lunge. The wolfhound drops back. Okay, it's weak. It's weak. So I'm just gonna go all in. I beat it. Yep. You're doing good at this fighting stuff. You put all your strength into a swing of your blade, hoping to finish the creature in a stroke. The strike connects as the wolfhound weakly opens its jaw to bite you. You plunge your blade between its teeth and all the way into its heart. The wolfhound howls a gurgling, blood-soaked sound, and then it dies. Flawless fighter. Sleep. Oh wait, did I not even equip the other sword I have? Is that a thing you have to do? Is it just equipped? Rations. Bomba fruit. Magical items. I'm assuming all these are equipped. I don't know what to do with these things. Then, once satisfied, you lay down and try to sleep. Yan flutters down and wrestles on your shoulder. Your dreams are full of plagued victims, their faces raw with boils and screaming swords. The rest of your night passes silently. You feel ill. The plague is taking its hold on you. Maybe I can pray? I pray? Cure the plague. Oh, I got cured of the plague. Oh, oh, it really wasn't that bad. You rise early from the spot beneath the trees. You gather your things. Yan leaps up on your shoulder. Ready to go? He chirps. You rejoin the path, the far side of Barant. Yeah, who wanted to go to that village anyways? The sun sits on the horizon like a gleaming jewel. All goes well. You reach Torapani today, the last village in the Shumantanti Hills. For a short climb, the path breaks. They lead heading uphill to the left and downhill to the right. That's the end for the advice. Which way, Yan? To the right is the forest. To the left is going easier. The path's heading to the fields of black flowers to Torapani. What else do you know? Nothing, protest the creatures. And that's a fine way to talk to your guide. I'm not charging you for my advice, you know. Okay. Well, I feel like this way looks easier, right? So let's go this way. Like, quicker. We go right. And be on your guard, Yan, won't you? We climb a rock. The way it is not too steep, and as noon approaches, you have crested the ridge and are descending yet again. You are now at the highest point of the hills, where the trees are thin and the view goes west forever. And sometimes you catch a glimpse of Kare on the northern horizon. No, we need to keep going. You decide not to eat, but push on. Yan is in a talkative mood and fills the air around with his chatter about what he can see, how things smell, and what he plans to do once he makes his fortunes in Kare. You pass from the open hillside into a patch of quite suddenly. Yan falls quiet in his ear. Stop, stop, stop. Why? Because the creature insists oh my god, I can't speak. Because insists the creature in a tiny voice. Because something is following us. You come to a dead stop. Yan is right. Something is moving through the trees behind you. A moment later, a point of steel has emerged from the darkness between two trees and touches your neck. You've seen me, whispers a voice. I know it. I see nothing, you call back. You are quite safe. It is not I who is safe, returns the voice. Who is there? There's no reply, but the tall, dark figure of an assassin emerges from the trees. He is dressed head to toe in black, and you had not seen him a moment before, even though he had been standing a mere arm's length away. He wields a sharp scimitar in his hand. Dude, I couldn't even see your face if I wanted to. Yeah, I'm gonna summon a giant to fight this guy. Boom! What was the giant one called? K? No. W? L? No, that's man, what was this giant? Z? You cast the spell, but nothing results. What? I should probably tell you, Dan whispers. Many minds are protected by an aura. It's a curse sometimes, like now, because you can't cast magic while I'm near. Why? Yeah, and you little twerp. You want to talk all about all the woods you see and everything, but you don't want to talk about the fact that you don't let magic happen? Charge! The assassin bows to you, taps 2 fingers against his chest, and then takes position. You measure the weight of your sword, then bring it up to deliver a cleaving blow. The assassin turns his curved sword about, but he cannot stop your blade. He knocks the assassin, staggering, into a tree. He seems more surprised than hurt. I think he's gonna defend because he's surprised. Yeah. The trees watch as the battle unfolds. Cleverly, you read his intent and attack efficiently. You sting with your blade low and fast, saving your energy. But the impact clangs against his turned sword. He grins. He's gonna attack. He didn't attack. Okay. He's gonna attack. He's not gonna attack now. No, he's gonna attack. Oh, come on, dude. Attack. Okay, I'm going all in then. You hold firm. Dude! You do anything? Time to attack. You rush forward with a deep, heavy slash, but the blow jumps back off his hilt's blade. He grimaces with the effort. He's left breathless, but otherwise unharmed. Okay, he's about to attack. You don't murmur a prayer, yeah? You whip up your defenses as he powers forward, but it only tires him out. You're mostly unharmed. The assassin laughs appreciatively. My duty is to sever your head from your neck, he declares in a voice as cold as polished marble. Oh, as cold as polished. You will not hold me from it. I think he's gonna attack again. Yep, he attacks twice. You stay steady and keep up your defense. He tries a deep slice, but you roll out of the way, mostly unhurt. The assassin spins on his sword, about to shift the sword across his body. He's gonna defend here. I go with 0.1. It's not that much damage. The assassin laughs. With your blade close, you are ready to parry, and he catches you with a passing slice across your cheek. Sinluf forgiven, he declares as he swings. The impact of his swing catches you in the back. As he pulls the blade clear, he lifts you from the floor and kicks you in the stomach. He swivels his grip. The weapon sings as it moves. Going all in. 2. That's it. Acting quickly, you swing a masterful swipe, but the blow you land is only minor because the assassin has adjusted his stance swiftly. Blood drips from the assassin's tunic. He curses under his breath. Breathing deeply, he whispers a mantra as he readies his blade. Okay, you're defending here. There's no way you don't. You have, like, nothing. Dude! Okay. In the next moment, he's on you in a flash. You parry as your best. His own swing is devastating. Let's go all in. Oh, you suck, man. Leaping into action, you dive forward with a deep, heavy blow. With the impact clangs against his weapon. Smile. Pause the fight, take a nice drink of water, and then I continue it. The assassin's breath is coming in short grasps. He closes his eyes for a moment to steady himself. I think he's going to defend. Yep, and I got him. The assassin is ready to leap into the tree line as you come out again. He's off balance and moving slowly, and the blade goes deep. He turns and tumbles, releasing his sword as he topples. I am not so proud to admit when I am beaten, he groans. You may finish me if you so choose. But if you do me an honor and use my own blade. Anyway. Oh, let's finish him and search his body. A single blow, you finish the assassin. He dies with his lips pursed in silent prayer, not cursing you, but commanding his own soul to be a better place. You rifle his body for a measly 3 gold pieces? Oh, come on. Then continue on the path out of the woods and onto the dusty hillside. Again, for a brief while, says nothing. Perhaps he is shocked. How much longer do you think we'll be traveling today? The man on your shoulder asked. I'm hungry and tired. We've gone such a long way. Not much further. The man sighs and slumps on your shoulder. Continue along the path and around the side of the hill. A wooden hut is set into the slope with an old woman sitting on the front step. Nope. Old woman sitting on a hut by herself in the middle of the woods. That's a no. She ate the wolf. This is Little Red Riding Hood, but she ate the wolf. Nope. A river seems to emerge from beneath her. As you get closer, you realize the water flows underneath her house, and the house itself is set on splayed struts like an insect straddling the watercourse. A few paces from the front of the house, the water plunges over the edge of a sheer cliff and disappears. I'm gonna try and creep past. You leave the path to the left, intending to slip around behind the house, where the woman cannot see. Many perks up a little with a little hope. Are we stopping to rest? Sound of his voice, the old woman looks up and waves. Come over here, won't you? I can barely see you. No. I don't trust it. Old woman in the middle of the woods by herself? With a nod of recognition, you continue along the path and continue to leave her quickly behind. What's this? The old woman shrieks, suddenly furious. You're ignoring me, is that it? Keep walking away or turn and smile. Keep walking. You keep walking. Behind you, the old woman is getting angry. Don't ignore me, peasant, she cries. Your rudeness will be punished, I can promise you. Perhaps we should see what she wants, Yan whispers nervously. Nope, she's gonna keep walking. You keep walking. The old woman begins screaming. The old woman begins to scream and cry. Little Yan is shaking now. Suddenly, there's a cracking sound to your left. You wheel around to see a colossal tree swaying, its trunks split, leaning. Let's cast a spell. It's time. Ball. Cast. Oh crap, I forgot about Yan. No, I forgot about Yan. Oh, you little... Ah. Nothing happens. Anyway, he's screaming at you for your stupidity, but it's too late. I should flick Yan. He should be my defense. Catches you falling. You've been crushed. Oh. Yan. Okay, we're gonna rewind. Just... How does this work? There. Rewind. Keep walking. Thought I was so smart. Okay, dodge right. You dodge right quickly. The tree falls exactly where you've been standing. Picking yourself up, you find the old woman standing in front of you. You do wrong to ignore the invitation of Gaza Moon, she declares, pointing a crooked finger at you. Her hand is crackling with blue energy. A lightning bolt is only milliseconds away. Well, dodge left. You try to move, but there's no time and she is too close. The sorceress... Oh my god. What's... Can I rewind again? Just like... Past the house, rewind. How do you get past this lady? Keep walking. Dodge... Right. Okay, this time I'll dodge right. Okay, well, I can't cast the spell, so I'm just dead? Am I just locked? Is this just the end for me? Is this the end for my journey? Let's turn and smile. Don't turn you turn your head and smile at her, but she just seems to be enraged even further. Don't ignore me, peasant. Your rudeness will be punished, I can promise you. No, actually... Wait. This is gonna bring me to the same thing. So, I guess approach. She gives a toothless smile. Come in, please. I get so lonely living out here on my own away from the villages. This is just screaming death. We know she's gonna kill us anyways. Yuck. Look at her, bro. Yuck. Ew. How is she built like that? Thank you. You follow her. Oh, wait, I said thank you. Thank you. You follow her inside and take a seat by the long wooden table. I'll bring us some tea, she says. Sounds almost nervous. Hurrying to the kitchen, she returns with 2 large cups. Watch it, Ian whispers in your ear. I don't trust this one. Make conversation. The tea is still hot. You cup it between your hands as you speak. What's your name? They call me Gazamoon, she replies with a smile. I used to be quite well known in my way. You nod, but I've never heard of her. I'll drink the tea. You make a sip to your tea when the old woman stops, catching your alarm. Well, I already drank the tea, so... Oh, she says suddenly. I've forgotten the pot. I'm just gonna go with the same. Drink the tea. You lift your mug and blow away the steam and take a sip. As the old lady returns. The old lady lifts her own mug and takes a deep gulp. Their own tea is gently refreshing. Very good. Then she splutters and coughs and grips her side. Wait. You sit back and watch to see what will happen. She is trying to smile, but the pain is clearly quite severe. She tumbles, almost falls. She staggers to her side and gulps down another drink. When she returns, she seems much better. I'm not as young as I was, she explains. All the same, she pushes her tea to one side. But tell me about you. You're a traveler? Yes. Yes, that's right. I'm going to Kara. She claps her hands. How wonderful! Such a delightful city. Indeed, you answer. Tell me, on your journey, you didn't happen to come across an old man, did you? Yeah, I came across an old man. Not just any old man. This one was carrying a page from your spell book. Oh, no. No, I met no one like that. Really? That's a pity. She seems to think for a moment, then adds, but do you have anything of magical nature? Yes. But no spellbook pages? Ask about the pages she wants. Oh, she shrugs. Part of a... What pages are you looking for? Oh, she shrugs, suddenly seeming very old. It's part of an old spell of pest repulsion I once had, but I lost it. It was very useful around here. She waves her hand. Go on, go away. She stepped back onto the path, and Yen lets out a long sigh of relief. You know, she was one of the most powerful sorceresses in the hill, he whispers. I could smell it on her. You're lucky you got away alive. Yeah, well, she was killing me in one shot. So obviously, she's very powerful. But did she drink tea that poisoned her? She drunk tea? She drank tea and then she hurt. Was she trying to do the thing where I would switch the cups and then I would drink it and then I would get poisoned and then but in reality it was her? Can't trick me. I'm always one step ahead. Or maybe 2 steps behind. That's the only situation that would work, so. There it is. Outside the village. Now late in the afternoon, you pass over the brow of the next hill, and below you is the village of Torapani, slung from one side of the valley, the next like a flood barrier. Observe it. Torapani is a village of the Svin, an aggressive-looking race of man-orcs. You might expect their village to be rowdy, but it seems to be strangely quiet. Go into town. Still, there is no way around it. You will have to go around into town. I could just go. Why is there always one dog barking? Into the village. There's a definite air of depression hanging over the place. The Svins are going about their business slowly and miserably, and you pay no heed. You sit yourself down on a tree stump in the very center of the village to consider your options. Let's find an inn to rest. There are 3 inns in the village, but 2 are closed down. Their windows boarded and their thatched roofs rotting through. Hang on, I just had a thought. Wasn't Ian the one that told me to go into the house? So why did he say you're lucky to get out alive when he recommended me to go into the house? Screw Ian. Can we get rid of him? Can we feed him to the next thing we find? He's not letting me use my spells that are very helpful. There are 3, the third looks a little better, but at least the door's open and smell of cooked food. From a side door, it seems that the food costs 3 pieces in a bed. That is expensive. Wow. I can go outside. Unsummon Demeter. A rat scurries over the floor, over your foot, and disappears into a corner. An elderly bent lady, bent double, stands by the counter, tapping a long, curved fingernail.
What do you want?
Uh, just a room, please. Pay 5 gold pieces, and the elderly spin looks go back.
What? Our food not good enough for you?
It's too expensive,
You won't find cheaper, she replies. But if you'd rather starve, that's your choice.
She waves a hand towards the staircase in the corner. The last suspicious look at the elderly Sven, head upstairs to the inn's one empty room. With the night closes in, you hear faint footsteps on the staircase outside. Take position by the doorway. You move quickly out of bed and take position with the sword at the ready. Footsteps after footsteps approach. There are quite a few of them. By the sound, they're big. Wait a moment longer. You wait a moment longer, your breath short and shallow, hoping they will not notice that you are waiting. The first Sven enters the room, followed by another, then a third, fourth, sixth. Before you can move, you are overpowered, and the creatures. What? I better get my gold refunded. I just spent, like, what, 3 gold on that? 5? Until you were hoisted up. They're carrying you bodily out of the door, down the stairs, bumping and bruising past the cackling landlady who shrieks, "That's the one! I know him when I saw him!" And out in the cold drink, Yan clings on your shoulder, refusing to be shaken. Yan, let go! Let go, Yan! Please! Let go! Let go, Yan! Do it! Let go! Where are you taking me? The Sven carrying you give no reply. Then you reach a low hut on the edge of the village. You settle down carefully. Well, pray to my elephant. I can't. Who never chooses to be brave when steadfast voice. I'll be cowardly. Door slammed and locked. A moment later, it reopens and your possessions are thrown inside. Let's eat something. Old man's nourishing bomba fruit. Ooh, it gave me 4. Try to sleep. Figuring out they will probably now wait until daylight, you pull your head down to sleep. Your dreams are filled with grasping hands and long dark nails scratching at your flesh. However much you toss and turn on the floor, you cannot quite get them out of your mouth. Daybreak. Daybreak. You are still alone. An hour passes. An hour passes before you hear any noise outside. Then the door to the hut opens and 5 Svens come in. They drag you roughly around and cross the street to another hut where an old man with gray hair sits. He's wearing outlandish, colorful robes. "My name is Procius, Chief." He slaps his chest twice. "I apologize." Then he bows, brushing the dust on the floor with his sleeves. "Apology accepted." The chief nods. He waves to a Manile, who brings in bread and milk. "Y'all eat it?" Gratefully, you bolt down and eat the meal. It does not seem to be poisoned, and it nourishes you. I mean, last time I drank something some random person gave me, it worked out, so. The bowl is removed, and the chief squats down in a pool of cloth. Yan cowers into your own cloak, hoping to go unnoticed. "I have need of you and your strength." "I will kill you." "Help me." The chief nods. "I shall. My daughter, my child, she is taken, offered to a terrible demon below." She deserves it. Oh my god. I kind of want to say it. "You want me to rescue her?" The chief nods. "Succeed and you may choose your reward. Fail and I'll do it." The chief nods. "I hope you will." The gesture to the other Svens, who still taking no chances, grab you with arms. Okay, why are we grabbing me at home? Because I'm right there to Kare. It's been 2 hours. Please. You are led along a short pathway through the forest to a crack in the ground. One Sven has brought a rope and another basket. They're preparing to lower you down into the pit of the earth itself. I'll take the adventure. You wait until they are ready, then step into the basket. The chief nods to you with respect. "Watch the darkness," he declares as they start to lower down. "We're in trouble now," he shivers. You hit the floor of the... He's kind of like... Yan's just turned into a... Is that the name? Pip? No. I can't remember his name. The little dude in Berserk. Pip, I think is his name. Not sure. Pup? Puck. That was his name. Turned into Puck, but way more annoying. Your eyes can make nothing out but a slight breeze. Suggests endless space in all directions. You are blind, helpless, trapped. Something clatters to your feet above. One of the vents shouts down something to you. Feel around on the ground. You pick it. It's a dry wood torch. Something else falls. Tinderbox, calls the voice. Oh, did it hit me in the head? I like the torch. Bella. You can see now you're in a large cavern, wide and deep. Far end passageways disappear to the left and right. Through an uneven rock vault into the cavern, you hear a murmur. Does it say? Listen by the rocks. You clamber over the rocks at the edge of the cavern and investigate. Is it perhaps a whimpering coming from the other side of the pile of stones? A spin girl, perhaps? She came in this way, but then the cave-in blocked her off. Let's go right. You turn right, creeping slowly forward. The passage rise up a gentle incline at the top. Thick crystal seam glitters in the torchlight, and the tunnel ends in a T-junction. Look at the crystal. The seam seems to be made of pure diamond. It was no doubt in question that of these that this that it was no doubt in quest of this that these tunnels were carved. Oh my god. Why is no one mining down here? You got the crystal. You try and pry out the diamond from its incredible seam in the rock, but your sword is not up to the task, and you would only make it blunt. You could perhaps return with a proper pick, but only if you can escape these tunnels first. Left. Here the cave system widens. Pendulous stalactites. Okay, let's go straight. It slopes down, and two stones are stacked on top of one another. Let's examine the stones. There's nothing special about the two stones except that they be top on one another. Okay, let's go straight. Before the dark, the tunnel twists and bends sharply. Here's well. Okay, go right. Oh, it did. Did the little girl stack stones the way she was going? Well, here's an inch deep in water, dripping with an arch ceiling. The droplets land on your ice cold. I don't like this. Water plays havoc with my wings. So if I wait, what if I turn back, and instead of going straight on, I go left? Okay. So I just have to keep going in the way that those stones are on. Turn back. Instead of go straight on, go right. There's a stone here. Does that mean go left? Go straight on. Turn back. Go straight on. Go right. Oh no. Why is every time I turn back, it's not putting me back? Two stones in here. Go left. Back against the wall here. Go straight. Oh, just turn back, put me at the beginning? Okay. So, go left. Oh no, I just came back to the beginning. The stones are still here. Go right. Okay, turn back. Okay, go left. Oh my, what? Oh my, so bad at this. Wait. The stones are still here. Go left. A couple stones sit on top of each other. Go left. The going is suddenly more difficult, and you realize that the tunnel is climbing quite a sharp gradient. Little stones rattle and roll away. The highest point the tunnel reaches. As you enter two stroll, go left again. The cave wall crushes in close. Is it just go left? Your shoulders rub against the wall. Go left. Oh, the spin girl. Looks for traps. You run the torch along the wall. Notice switches or triggers that you can see. The girl watches you with silent fear, and then the torchlight falls on a deep scratch in the rock. It's a claw mark. Suddenly, there's a loud roaring from the mouth of this cave, this short cavern. The walls begin to shake, crumble. The spin stone tower stop toppling. The top. Oh my god, I can't speak. It's the worst game because I need to speak. The spin stone's tower topple and scatter. To one side, a gap in the rock. A gap in the rubble begins to open, letting through a mean shaft of light. But before you can head for it, the roaring sound is joined by a scream from the spin girl. Oh, excuse me. Water. Make sure you're drinking water. It's been 2 hours if you're still somehow watching this. To one side, a gap in the rubble begins to open, letting through a mean shaft of light. But before you can head... Oh yeah. You turn slowly and peer into the room. Is there something moving? Something closer? Something's coming. Oh my gosh. You hear the scrabbling and sound of claws on rocks, and the exit from the tunnel is blocked by a dark, looming shape. A manticore. Huge, terrible, it stands between you and the light and howls in bloody rage. Look at the creature. The manticore is a foul hybrid creature created by the evil sorcerers of old and steeped in bitter self-hatred. It has a lion's body and the tail of a scorpion, but its face is that of an old man. That does not look like an old man. That looks like a lion. And its thoughts are cruel and resentful. How do you know its thoughts? As it sees you rearing, it rears back, flopping two enormous wings on its back. Well, I can't use magic because you can. Hey, Manticore, you want a snack? I'll trade 18. God, we're even. I think it's gonna defend. Oh my god, it went full in. If you're some creature, pause for a teeth barer. You sidestep quickly and slash out of the way with your sword. The last moment, the manticore pounces. All falls on the ground. I don't know what it's doing based off of that. But if it went all in, it's probably gonna go like medium. Yep, I knew it. The creature snarls and snaps its jaws. You must finish this monster before it finishes you. Standing firm, you swing a mighty stroke against the monster. You open the deep wound inside, swing your shears. It shifts away and opens its wide jaws, which look so human, it really doesn't. But contain an impossible number of teeth, each one dripping with a mixture of saliva and blood. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a low attack here because it just did that. I was right. Dropping your weight, you chop a heavy swing at the vile beast, catching at the manticore a light blow. It curses you in an almost human tongue. The beast growls you. Rawr. The walls shiver with its fury. The spin girl edges near, as if thinking of scratching the creature with her claws. It's scared, she whispers to you. You might not believe me, but you scared it. It's good 0.1. I thought it would defend. You lied, little girl. You lied. The monster pounds across the floor, knocking stones over you to fend yourself as best you can. Dude, does this creature ever defend? I think it's just mindless. It doesn't defend. Nora moves quickly and strikes so fast with its scorpion sting that you barely see it move, and you only have a single breath to evade. Parry swiftly. You look quickly over your shoulder, considering escape. There is nothing but solid rock. You are standing in your grave. From the other side of it, hurls it. Okay. Yeah, let's go full power here. Okay, we beat that. 3 in the darkness. But you cannot wait forever. And record at the same time, and it comes terrible swing. I'm gonna defend here. Or for a moment. It's gonna full power here. Yep. Okay, okay. Manticore laughs at you. Ha 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 ha. With a human expression of twisted joy, you are just gonna attack, charging forward. You... Okay, it's weakening. No full power. Nah, I'm gonna defend. Yep. Okay, okay. It was. Okay, full power. Okay, it doesn't defend. That's its thing. It doesn't defend. The kind that can change the course of battle. Racing across the stone, you charge her. It's injured and angry. You want to defend? You sense the creature getting angry and move quickly into a crouch. The Mentor whips out with its terrible sting, but you leap aside to safety. You swing your arm and refresh your stance. Full power. Two stamina on the left. You must kill this creature. Following, you race at the Manticore. At the same time, it tries to skewer you with its claws. You sink your blade in the creature's flesh. The Manticore screams and howls in a voice that is almost human. It is dying. Ah, don't hurt me. Furiously, but nonetheless, it weakens. The creature stretches its wide jaws and roars. I gotta go higher than 3.7. It wouldn't have. Rarely you move into a defensive crouch. The Manticore rushes. Last moment, you jump aside. 7.3. I kill it. You rush into the Manticore. Your sword blade seems to be almost possessed. It finds its way past the Manticore's sweeping claws, through its thick hide, down into its ancient, cruel heart. For a moment, it howls loud enough to make the walls shake, and then everything falls very quiet. Yeah, it was a tough battle. The only noise in the chamber is the hammering of your heart and the quiet breathing of the Sven girl. Then, Minimite breaks out into a loud cheer, whooping and punching the air. You silence him quickly. Who knows what else is down here? Yeah, like, he's really ruining me with, like, no magic. Makes it really difficult. Just understand my pain. Thank you, the Sven girl murmurs, then tugging at your arm. This way. She leads you towards the light, through a gap in the rocks to a pool of sunlight. Escape, let me out. You wave the torch, hoping to attract attention. Tell the girl to call up. Girl, call your father. Sven girl nods mutedly, then balls his hopper down. Brazzies! Girl, call your father. The Sven child nods mutely, then balls at the top of her lung. Brazzies! I'm here! Hope that didn't cut out. Then something drops down, a rope with a basket on the end. Get in together. We'll put you up. We'll pull you both up. Come in. Step into the basket and help the girl clamber in with you. Ready? The Svens above begin the hall. The rope stretches and grows taut, but the basket doesn't move. The rope starts to make a squealing noise, and the basket lifts a finger width off the floor. Guys, I'm not that heavy. I'll let the girl. You step out of the basket and call up, "Haul away!" You pull up, and this time the basket starts to slowly rise. The spinning as it goes. The girl waves to you as she disappears instantly. Then she is gone. Wait. And you pass nothing with but again. You've left us to die, Yan whispers. Shivering on your shoulder. Another minute. Still nothing. No sounds. Movement. From above. Guys, you wouldn't leave me to die, right? I just saved the sole girl of the village. Or at least what I assume is the sole girl. Wait a little longer. Selling that, you can only imagine the celebration going on above, the tears and grateful reunion. No surprise if they lose track of you down here in the dark. Then, sure enough, the basket and the rope tumble down. You clamber quickly in and they haul you above. Above the ground, the chief himself helps you up onto the grass. The daughter's with him, clutching his hand. My daughter. Oh wait, he says it. My daughter tells you fight bravely. He says, for that I'm grateful. I invite you back with us. Will you come? Yeah, I'll come. You know, I could use a rest. It's been a long stay. I didn't even pray to my elephant. Oh, never mind. You don't want to give me aid. A little generosity cannot hurt you. Do not. I will come. As you enter the village, groups in the celebration. Yeah! Woo! You are given a place to stay and recuperate from your long journey. A visit to the healing priest treats your wounds. Home at full HP. When you emerge, it is to find the village, before so somber and silent, now in full life. Flowers are tied to every rooftop, and bands of Svins are playing music on long, strangely sharp lyres. You are whisked away into the dance by Proteus' daughter before the chief can welcome you to the feast. The night is glorious. At night, you sleep heavily and rise the next morning to continue your journey. The chief meets you before you go. My good friend, he declares, you have saved us. He presses 2 gifts into your hand, a pouch of 10 gold pieces. Fortune for a place like this, and a key. This opens the south city gate of Kare. Hope it is use. Time to go. You take your leave. The path winds down away from the Torapani, and soon you are on a downward slope. That's it. We're over. Not even I don't know. Really good food. I could use good food. Maybe a little bit of rations. Yan, it's dead. As you walk away, you feel for the first time the loneliness of the path. Through Kare is the busiest, and beyond Kare there's nothing but the vicious wasteland. Walk on. In the distance rises the wall of a great city. The first true stonework you have seen since ruins of the giant city in the hills. From your shoulder, you feel Yan hopping in there. I didn't mind the manticore, he hisses. But this place I'm afraid of. Take care, you'll need it. He then buzzes away into the sky and is gone. He's gone. Yan's gone. Yeah! I hear everyone cheering. Woohoo! Yeah! Leave, Yan. We never wanted you in the first place. Ah, so amazing. Takare! Yep. Your journey through the Shaman Tanti Hills is complete. Along the way, you have made no useful friendships, but have been given 2 useful keys. To the cell of the Red Eyes and to the gates of the Kare. You have collected a few magical artifacts, a cloth skull cap, and 3 giant's teeth. You are armed with a long sword and your original sword, and you have 1 ration and 20 gold pieces and a spell. And that's how the brave warrior traveled through the Shamutanti Hills, slayed the Manticore, and started towards his next goal of Kare. My tale is nowhere near complete, so if you enjoyed it, come back for part 2. See you later, my friends.